Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is The Day I Became a God, episode 2. What happened last time?
Last time we had a great start to the series. We got introduced to some of the main characters. We had Yota, who is the main character, and he was just minding his own business playing basketball when Odin shows up and is like, yeah, I'm a god. And he's like, yeah, okay, where are your parents, you literal child? And then she uses her power of knowing everything to tell him that he's playing the wrong sport to get the girl that he likes. He needs to play baseball instead. Classic from the writer. Classic baseball episode already, apparently.
But we got it out of the way.
But that failed. Obviously, he asked her out. Didn't work. And then Odin at the very end was just like, yes, I will be staying with you. And then he's like, I have parents, you know? And this isn't just some anime where you can just come over and just, my parents will just accept it. And she's like, yeah, we'll just give them a call and we'll see about that. He calls the mom's just like, oh yeah, what's she wearing? And what does she look like? And he's like, well, she's like a child wearing some weird clothes. And the mom's like, bring her home. So we'll see what that's all about, I suppose.
Indeed. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Hope you like and subscribe. And support the official release. We're watching on Funimation. This is not a market substitute. This isn't a free place to watch the show. Go watch it on Funimation. We assume you've already watched it on Funimation if you're watching our review, because that's what this is, a reaction review. This is not a free alternative to watching the show. We're providing our thoughts and opinions. Let's get into The Day I Became a God, Season 1, Episode 2. Let's go. I fucking hate Funimation so much. My! Just blows right past that, doesn't even acknowledge that.
Yeah?
Is she like manipulating them or something?
Little sister? It's a Halloween. Wait, no.
What's your last name? She claimed dominion over the earth. What's going on here? Zeus is the character. What day would that be?
The day someone else
became a
becomes a god.
Yeah.
付き合ってみる？断る？だってさ。いつからかイザナミさんは学園のマドンナになっていた。その事実は僕の彼女を見る目を変えてしまった。今まで異性として意識していなかったのに、それをし始めてしまった。いや、ずっとそばにいたから安心してただけで、僕は昔から好きだったんだ。自覚していなかっただけで、初恋の人とずっと一緒にいたんだ。進学どこを目指してるの？8万台。レベル高っ。奇遇だね。実はさ、僕もなんだ。だったらさ、夏休み一緒に勉強しない？
That was your first mistake.
付き合ってください。ごめんなさい。振られた。
Probably because you aren't doing anything but following her around. I forget, did the author have a thing for photography or videography or something? Because Tamori had the camera
Yeah,
as well.
I don't know.
What's this movie? I forget. It's a Bruce Willis movie. Is this really happening? It's just his car.
The music.
I bet he like helps out with the filming like in his free time. It's plagiarized. Yeah. Oh. Oh, they're all like oiled up. It's Rocky. Adrian.
Oh my god. Get someone else to write it. Edward Scissorhands?
Artificial man.
Why the beak? You're just stealing other movies. My brother tries everything to woo his childhood friend. Oh, I like that. The little goldfish, like on the logo. No. Is she gonna rip one off?
I think she is. What if through some, like, sick joke we got copyright strikes for fucking Rocky, like the movies, and like whatever shithead song she's gonna like rip off or something. She like rips off Taylor Swift and we get copyright struck for that. Play some Girls Dead Monster. I can't believe he's actually going along with this. I love
the guy's just
the
like,
guy
why are
working
these
there, he's
people
just
in
like,
here?
I don't think I can allow you to just.
But he likes it.
Like, I feel like with the amount you're using this, you should buy one. Like, I should be letting you play it for free. It's a nice house. Can she play? Is she like a fucking master?
She's gonna recognize it from something, maybe?
It's just Amazing Grace. Like, it'd be a miracle if you played that. Yeah, he's going a little fast. I feel like I kind of recognize.
I know.
But I
I
can't
feel like
tell.
it's like almost something else.
The guitar and the violins. She's smiling?
Yeah.
No, I feel like that's probably the best thing you could have said right there. That was the wrong time.
It was an original song. It just, at the beginning, it did sound like something else.
Yeah.
It sounded very familiar.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Although it makes sense because Jun Maeda
Right.
does the music too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Visual novels. Wait, what? She can't buy a fucking car? What happened? 24 days. What's the fish? Is that supposed to be Hina, I guess, now? That was a good ending.
That was really good.
God, yeah.
Yeah, they're all so good, but that's not even a surprise.
How the fuck, like, what happened where this show is, like, so not popular at all? I don't get it. Because, like, it's not like it doesn't have, like, staff behind it that has a track record of making amazing shit, but Charlotte wasn't that huge either. I mean, it was big enough. It's still kind of meme to this day. I see it every now and then.
I had
Charlotte
never
especially.
heard of Charlotte or Angel Beats
Neither did I.
before people recommended it to us.
I've heard of Angel Beats is like a full-on classic. People talk about Angel Beats. I don't hear people talk about Charlotte. I see memes of it and like clips here and there in like videos and stuff, but I don't hear people praising it or talking about it very much. And I like, seriously, if fucking Harsh didn't recommend this or we didn't see it like I think it was Harsh who recommended this, and like few people in
a lot of people,
and,
who
and
have
Charlotte.
been sort of following with us on that journey.
I just don't get it because it's so good. Like it's
so
already the best show of the season. Like, and we've dropped a couple shows, but I like this already more than Jujutsu Kaisen. But it'll time will tell. But I already like it more.
I just like the style
more.
The story, the style. The writer is so good at getting you to know, like, letting you get to know the characters
in such a short
time, but it doesn't feel rushed. It never, in none of his shows has it felt rushed, and like you have to like the character.
Yeah.
Right now.
It doesn't feel like an obligation to like, okay, what's this person? What's their deal? What are they doing? You know, how can I like get to know them so that I care about the plot elements that come later? It's like it's fully about them, and it's just so quickly. I already like the main character. I already like Izanami. I already like everybody. The parents.
And I know it's gonna fucking get deeper later, and probably gonna cry. But for right now, it's just a good time. And there's like the little bit of mystery, but not so much but it's not so mysterious that I'm like, that I only care about the mystery and I'm distracted from the characters. It's like, I'm intrigued in the mystery because I already care about the characters. Even I care about the parents already. The dad is such a great dad, but so hilarious because he's just going along with, he has to work, but instead he's helping his kids make these shitty movies.
But like, he got home pretty late when we first saw him. Like he's clearly a hard worker and has like an important job.
He's still just.
But he's spending his weekends like fucking around,
or just his day before work messing around and making these movies.
It's awesome.
And then
the sister, I love when she's like editing it all together. It's like, how are you gonna make anything? These are all like plagiarized, and she's just like, it's the story of my brother trying to woo his childhood friend, and she's like, I know it. I think they literally used Premiere because I use Premiere to edit our videos, and just like the way she was like just flying through it, everything was moving. It was fucking hilarious. She was all like crazy, like. It was just...
And that's the best part, because you think that she's just dumb and doesn't know any of these movies, but then it turns out the entire time she had a secret... She's
a true, like, auteur filmmaker and is creating, like, a meta-narrative through, like, all of these movies.
That was so good. And then just, like, the parents... But, like, I love that it's just all sort of messing around, and then like sort of slipped in there every so often is like
they're distant relatives or something.
Yeah, distant relatives. I hope I never thought this day would really come, but I'm glad that she's here with us now. And you're like,
I think we were right from the beginning. That this is all like he is going to replace her, and she's finally come. Like, maybe the reason they all have, like, godly names is because it's, like, a tradition in their family. Because they're all descended from her, from Hina.
Or Hina's not even the first one, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. But they're, like, they're basically the line that, like, takes one person eventually, when it flips over, is taken and then and then takes the place of God, maybe. But whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be great. I don't care. It's not that I don't care about theorizing about it. It's just that it seems like, no matter what it is, it's going to be good. So
it seems like if you just go on the journey, it'll be fine.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
I feel like I don't even need to worry about it. I'm still intrigued, but I don't need to worry about them messing it up because I don't think they will.
Mm-hmm. Did we say that for Charlotte? I feel like we had a similar conversation, because I know the first time I said that on the channel was Kaguya Season 2, where I was like, I know I have the faith that, like, each week when I come back to this show, I said it, like, midway through the season, or maybe earlier on, I said, like, I think it was, like, episode 3 or 4 or something. I was like, I know that whenever I turn the show on, I'm not going to be disappointed. I have the faith. I know 100%. I don't need to worry. I don't need to get all, like, in my head about, like, what's going to happen. What does all this mean? Is this going to pay off in the future? Am I going to care about, like, the payoff for this or that, etc.? I know when I turn the show on, I don't need those fears, because my time is going to be repaid with valuable, good content. So, and I felt that with Kaguya. I said it there. I think I might have said it for Charlotte. I don't think I said it for Angel Beats because I wasn't sure about it yet. I think I might have said it for Charlotte. I will say that for this show. At this point in the second episode, I could have said this in the first episode. Whatever happens, I am like fucking 100% sure that I won't be disappointed, that this won't turn out badly. I can tell everything's being set up from the beginning, and there might be some windy, like some shit. Like, a common thing in the last 2 shows we watched from Jun Maeda is it's not like super straightforward and linear all the time. There's like a lot of winds and twists and turns.
There's some weird detours that you never would have expected.
Especially with Angel Beats, but even with Charlotte.
But
in the end, the ending was an incredible payoff. Despite like the weird stuff, I won't spoil it, but like there's a bunch of like all the mystery that happens like towards the end that is kind of feels like it's coming out of nowhere.
And you think, how are they going to wrap this up?
But it turns out it didn't really matter. Anyway, it's just all that to say, I think that regardless of what happens, I have faith that this will turn out well. I'm coming into it not worried at all about it going to shit, or about needing to worry about like whether things are going to pay off or whether things are going to be interesting. I'm already fully invested in the characters. And what is it to you, do you think, about the characters that you like so much, or that you get like introduced, or that allows you to like invest in them so quickly? If you need time to think, I have one, or do you have one?
I don't know, and I think partially it's because the like, I don't know, the writer is just such a fucking genius with the way that he writes things, because it's so self-aware of like, I know this is a fucking manga plot out here, and the characters, because they're living in a real world where this stuff is happening, like, I don't know, they're...
I think yes, self-awareness is good, but I don't think that's what it is. I think a commonality amongst all the characters in all 3 of the shows we've seen is that the characters that are the most interesting have a interest that is not like gaming. They're not like gamers. Like when oh fuck, I god damn it, I want to talk about Charlotte, but I'll spoil it. I want to talk about Charlotte specifically. In both series, gamers are seen as like the lowest of the low. You know what I mean? Like when somebody is investing all of their time into like being the type of person that an anime is usually about, like the NEET, the guy who sits inside all day, the guy who plays games and doesn't really fucking care about anything else, is like wasting their potential. That is often viewed as like the lowest point in Angel Beats and in Charlotte. That's like when people are at their lowest point, they shut themselves in, they play video games, and it's real. That's part of it. But it is self-aware, like you said, where they're poking fun at sort of the cliche anime protagonist that's a NEET, that has a lot of potential but is squandering it on like bullshit like video games and reading manga and bullshit all day.
And this one, he is playing video games, but you can tell that he's kind of casual about it.
It's super casual. He's about basketball. That's his thing. On his wall, he has a jersey and like a bunch of fucking sneakers.
Yeah, and
like,
then
that's his thing.
The sister is into filmmaking,
exactly.
And the love interest is into the psychology of music, because she wants to move people with music.
The super specific, like...
And like,
thing.
And the same thing in Charlotte, and...
Tamori was also into videography. It had more of a personal meaning to it, which I won't go into, obviously, but like... Eucerine, although she was like ditzy and didn't have like much to say most of the time, it was mostly Misa who had shit to say. She was an idol and she had a job outside of it, and like people, I think Charlotte was less so because it was so wrapped up in the plot, especially halfway through towards the end. There wasn't that much time for this, but it still applies, and it definitely applies for Angel Beats. Isawasa was into music, huge.
Yeah.
Like. When like it's so they give characters a passion or like a singular interest that's like outside of just what you would normally expect from an anime character of, oh, I really like manga. I'm an otaku. I'm fucking a NEET. I sit inside all day.
And you can kind of tell that, like, that they're right. The character is being written like this because obviously the writer has fucking experience because he makes anime and music. And the music plays a huge... And, like, choosing a character with an interest in music allows for there to be moments of this beautiful music that really tie into the plot.
Yeah.
And it's not just, like, kind of random, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just really well done. And, I do like that the interests... And also, it's interesting because it's always the main character who is a little, like... sometimes, like, a little bit lost, or has had a little bit of, like, you know, I'm doing basketball, but I kind of like this girl, and I want to go to the same school as her.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, so it's not just like, oh, everyone only has this one thing, and they only like that one thing, and that's their entire, it's just, they have that as, like, a focus of the character that allows you to immediately sort of relate to them.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And it feels real because it's not... I think the fact that it's never... There's no character who's just, I'm an otaku. There's the only character who comes close to that is Christ from Angel Beats. But he wasn't an otaku. He was just a tech nerd. Like, he was into hacking and, like, technology. That was his passion. It wasn't just, oh, I'm huge into manga and video games and shit. I feel like that's really important, and... Now, I didn't realize it until I started talking about it, that only when characters are at their lowest fucking point do they recede into the world of degeneracy of, like, otaku and manga and anime and shit like that and video games all the time. Yeah. It's seen as, like, literally degenerate. Like, you are degenerating as a human being when you go into that. The deeper you go into that, the worse it gets for you. Yeah. If you don't have, like, this interest outside for minor spoilers, it's not actually spoiler, it's like the introduction to the character in Charlotte. He's, like, huge into school. He's like huge into being popular. That's like a big character trait at the introduction of the story. I won't say anything for Angel Beats because who he is kind of a mystery that gets revealed later on because he doesn't have his memories. There's a minor spoiler. Hopefully it'll get you to watch it. It's really interesting. If you haven't already seen it. Fuck. This show's so good. I can't wait to see more of it. I'm so I'm both upset and so happy that we can only watch it week to week. I'm so we were talking about that last time. Yeah. I'm so happy we get to experience this week to week. Judging, like, if every episode is like this or a variant of it, I fucking love it. It reminds me, you know what it reminds me of? It kind of maybe it's because they were filming shit all the time. It reminds me of Zack Stone. Were you thinking that? No. It reminds me of Zack Stone is gonna be famous.
Like, just all the series and the way they kind of are?
Well, I think it was because they were, like, filming shit around their small town, and, like, they had a film crew, and he was trying to, like, woo this girl, and, like, it's not the same as Zack Stone. That's kind of, like, an underpinning of the plot, like... Yeah. It's kind of different, but it's kind of similar how it's, like, they're filming it like it's a TV show, but there's, like... clearly like the girl character is clearly, like, not playing along and is just being herself. That's another show if you can find it somewhere. But if you like Bo Burnham, he did a show on MTV called Zack Stone is Gonna Be Famous. It is the funniest fucking show. It's like The Office, but it's way more funny and
you might cry.
Yeah. It's only, like, it's a one season, it's a one core show of real life. It's like a mockumentary style thing where this kid Zack Stone, who's played by Bo Burnham, he wrote, directed, and starred in this show, and did the music, I think. And it got canceled because it's fucking MTV. Everyone should watch that show. It's one of my favorite live action shows, and it's a fucking shame that Netflix never picked it up and that it got canceled after its first season. Everyone should watch that. It's actually hilarious.
It's actually really good.
So you got 3 recommendations if you haven't seen anything else. Although everyone watching this has probably already seen Charlotte and Angel Beats. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. Unless there's anything you want to say before we get going.
I just want to say close it out? I love it already. I can already tell that even after I was talking about this, even after the first episode, I could already tell this is a show for me.
Yeah, true. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. thank you to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council: Zenge,
John Ortega,
Aurora,
Lewis,
Chris Janve,
Nelson Barbosa,
Kage Uzumaki,
Dreadful XR,
Brian,
Handicap Bonkai,
D23L,
Charles Liu,
Brian,
Michael Wells,
King Mr. Mew,
Rifleman Z51,
Brandon Bruce,
Sallow,
Mord Tarragon,
Alfonso Renozo,
Josh Carey Gray,
Jordan Angu,
Lolly Convict,
Takamasa Baba,
Vanity,
Redacted,
Josue Gonzalez,
Zachary Pora.
Mohammed Buran Ahmed. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.